Welcome to PBQ. How are you doing today? I pray that you are in good health. Sometimes, we are in a point in our lives, where we make some, very critical, decisions, decisions that has to do with personal convictions, decisions that, are, very serious, and today, I would like us to look at one such situation. We're talking about body transplant today. We are talking about, is it right or is it wrong to be an organ donor? Sometimes, some things are easy for us to say, or no, when we are not in, in a situation where, we have to make those decisions. But so today I want us to look at this. Is it right to be an organ donor? Do you have convictions about doing it or not doing it? Well, I believe it's going to be a very interesting subject. Does the Bible has anything to say about it? Or does anywhere in the Bible imply doing or not doing it? Because there are other religions that have something to say about it. Well, we're going to take a break. I will see you shortly. Don't go away.
Be Healed and Stay Healed by Desmond Thomas will teach you how to self-deliver and deliver your loved ones from the powers of darkness. See results when you pray. Let this practical guide help you connect with God's heart and move in His supernatural power.
Welcome back. This is PBQ and this is Desmond Thomas here with you today talking about being an organ donor. The question I am asked to talk about today is this: is it biblically wrong to be an organ donor? If it is biblically wrong, why? What does the Bible say about it being biblically wrong? If it's not, well then why not? Okay, so let us look and see what we can do here, or what we can say. In fact, I even want to add to the subject, because today people sell their organs as well. Is it right to be an organ seller, not just a donor? Because all of these could be included in this particular topic. All right, good. You see, as I said before, we are living in very complex days. Even today in England, when you qualify to have your driver's license, now I understand that, automatically everybody is put as an organ donor unless you decide to get back to them and say, no, can you take my name out? Can I be opted out? So I want to ask you this question. When you have your license or things like, have you put your name as an organ donor, or have you not done it? So these are decisions that we have to make. Every one of us. And I understand now, in fact, that if you are in a critical situation where you have to go, for an operation, and that operation you might die in that operation, they could even ask you if, in case you did not make it, do you want us to use your organ for somebody else who needs it? You see, I want us to take into consideration, these things as we look into, this topic today, about being an organ donor. Well, looking at the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, I could not find anywhere where it says you should be an organ donor or you should not be an organ donor. So that is not in the Bible. It is not mentioned in the Bible. There are some who will say certain things imply, but looking at it from Genesis to Revelation, I could not find anything in the Bible, that talks about you, whether you should be an organ donor or not. So for me, it's a conclusion that I will come to, that it has to be a matter of personal opinion or personal conviction about it. It's a decision that somebody has to make on their own. And I want to bring this as well. You see, every one of us are individuals. Every one of us, can make decisions on our own. So maybe you have got a loved one, who died, or before they died, they said, can I, my parts be used to be given to somebody else? Or, they are put it in their driver's license that, they want to be an organ donor. They are going through an operation, and they said, if in case I die, can my body parts be given to somebody else? Well, let me say this to you. If the person has made that decision, it's a matter of their personal decision. And so I would say to you today, don't in any way condemn or criticize anybody for the decision that they have made. Don't be judgmental about the decision that anyone has made. It is their decision. And as I said, since the Bible did not say anything about it, it's a matter of somebody's judgment as they see it fit. Okay, now, I want us to look at this, because many times people who decide to be organ donors, they do it for the purpose of saving lives. And that's their main conviction, to save lives. Some argue that if they're dead, they would have no need for their organs. The organs will go to the dust and rot and perish. Why not give them to somebody else who need it, especially people whose life depend on it, when today they said there are about 20 people that are dying every day waiting for an organ to be donated, and an organ has not been donated, or there is not enough to go around to save them. Now, as I said, it's easy to make judgment to say, oh, no, I don't want to be an organ donor. If you find yourself in a situation where it's a matter of life or death, would you want somebody to donate an organ to you? That's something that you need to talk about. You need to think about. Okay? You see, our Lord Jesus Christ, some people also bring it to the point of the golden rule. They use it as a point of the golden rule. You do to others as you would want them to do for you. That our Lord Jesus Christ gave his life in order that we might live. And so in demonstration of him giving his life for us, then we can, one way or the other, give our parts to somebody who needs it. So many people who do that, as I said, they do it for that reason. If I'm not going to need this part when I am dead and somebody need it to live, why can't I save that person? Now, I want us to look again at those people who sell their body parts. Like somebody, having two, to these days, I think you have two kidneys, you can give one, something like that, to somebody else. Or there are some people who are even selling their body parts. There are many people today, you see this, we need not ignore this. There are many people today, especially in poor countries, of the world. You're talking about Asia, you're talking about, Africa and other places, where people can sell a part of their body, because these things come at a price these days, so that they can relieve themselves of their poverty. There are some people who will find themselves in some financial situations where the only way they can save their family, as far as their own perspective is to sell a body part to somebody who can afford it, so that they can live and the other person also can live. And as far as they are concerned, it is for mutual benefit. They can get out of their financial situation and that person can get their life back. Well, many times, we also look at those people. Some people also criticize them. Some people also condemn them. Some people also say all kinds of things against them. For me, what I would say in that particular situation is I would not recommend in any way anyone to sell their body parts for whatever reason. But on the other hand, I will not condemn anyone for doing it. I will not recommend it. I don't believe you should do it. But on the other hand, I will not condemn anyone. As I will not condemn anyone for being an organ donor, I will not also condemn anyone who sell body parts to come out of any financial situation. At the end of the day, there are arguments on every side. That's why I want to go to the third thing here, is the area of personal convictions. I want us to see, where or the kind of convictions that can cause somebody to do it, and the kind of convictions that can cause somebody not to do it. So today, there are people who condemn others for doing it. There are people who condemn others for not doing it. So if it's a matter of personal conviction, it is not something that the Bible has to say about. I would say to you, don't condemn anyone for their decision. It's a matter of personal conviction, and let everyone go according to their conviction. That's the stand I will take in this matter. It's a matter of personal conviction. Now, I want to say to you, don't go against your conviction. Don't go against your I want to repeat it the third time. Don't go against your conviction, because it's very important. We are all individuals, and what makes us that individual is we have a power to choose, the right to choose, because of our personal convictions. There are some people who will say, hey, their body is the temple of the living God. It has been bought by Jesus. It belongs to Jesus. And they have no right to use their body or to give it out for that any kind of reason whatsoever. It's their personal conviction. There are some other people who will say, well, I am using my body to save another life. And I don't think Jesus Christ will be upset with that. If he gave his life that I will live, he wouldn't mind if I give my body or my life, one way or the other, my body, that somebody else might live. Now, it is their personal conviction. There are other people who have their personal conviction and say, hey, if people can give it, that others can live, and there are people out there who can afford it, why if when I am dying, and I know probably maybe the reason why I'm dying is because of my poverty, why if I am dying and selling my part when I'm gone can relieve my people from poverty, yes, I am giving my life also to save my family. And there are others who can afford to pay for it, that my family can live and that person also can live. It's a matter of their personal conviction as well. They would say, well, it is mutual benefit. So therefore, whatever is people's personal conviction, let them go by their personal conviction. But I will say to you as a Christian, you know, many times we do things without praying about it. So therefore, take it to the Lord in prayer yourself and ask the Lord, Lord, should I be an organ donor or should I not be an organ donor? You said in all my ways I should acknowledge you and you will direct my path. So I want to say to you, just like every Christian will do, take it to the Lord in prayer. And believe me, the Lord will speak to you. And whatever you believe is the word that the Lord has said to you, do it. You belong to Jesus. Jesus is the Lord of your life. And in all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct our path. So, the question goes again. The Bible does not give you an answer concerning organ donation. I cannot give you a biblical why or why not. As a Christian, all I can tell you is pray about it and let the Lord lead you and direct you and guide you. At the end of the day, let God's will be done in your life. Well, this is Apostle Desmond Thomas, and this is PBQ, Prophetic and Biblical Question. I pray that this answered your question today. If you have not liked or shared or even, be a part of this network, I would like you to just do that so that you can be receiving, our videos as they come to you from time to time. God bless you. This is PBQ.